So, chili oil baozi. These red little tempting buns at its core are pork buns from Sichuan province. And because they are from around Sichuan, they're also seasoned with a very delicious chili oil. And that beautiful color of hot deliciousness just shines through its skin. But in order to achieve this look, we'll need our old friend Chinese sourdough. But don't click away yet, because we also want to show you how to make the buns using yeast so that you can also enjoy it even if you're new to the bao making game. So step 1, let's show you how to make the filling first. And to do so, we'll need to make some quick chili oil for the baozi filling. Traditionally, people would get fatty pork cuts and then trim off the fat and use that fat to render out some oil to make chili oil for the filling. But to save you the trouble of going around finding fatty pork, today we'll straight up using lard. Or you can use whatever good quality oil that you have, like a fragrant peanut oil. Now let's begin. So first, get your wok piping hot, heat off, add in 40 gram lard and give it a swirl. Then heat on low now, toss in 10 gram each of ginger slices and scallion white. Fry till they turn slightly golden brown, shut off the heat and take it out. Then add in 1 teaspoon 豆瓣酱 Sichuan chili bean paste. Turn the heat back on low and fry it for about 2 minutes till it slightly dries up. Then add in 2 teaspoons red fragrant chili powder, something like Kashmiri or gochugaru, together with a 1/4 teaspoon Sichuan peppercorn powder and 5 spice powder. Quickly fry them till the oil starts to bubble, then heat off and set aside to cool down. And then let's handle the pork. Here's 140 grams of ground pork shoulder. Put it on the chopping board. Then add in another teaspoon of Sichuan chili bean paste, 1/2 inch or 7 grams of minced ginger, 2 sprigs or another 7 grams of minced scallion whites, and then start mincing and folding everything in. After mincing for a minute or 2, fish out the bigger chili chunks from the oil and mince it together as well so that we can have a homogeneous texture for everything. After the pork turns pasty and evenly red, transfer it to a bowl. Add in 2 teaspoons each of soy sauce and 料酒 aka Shaoxing wine, 1/2 teaspoon sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon MSG. Mix all that in first, then add in all of our chili oil. Then mix till everything's well combined. Then finally, add in 2 teaspoons water for some moisture. And now we need to give it a taste. Because your chili bean paste and soy sauce may have a different salt level than mine, so it's very important to taste your baozi and dumpling fillings before you wrap them in and couldn't make any change. So just take out about a teaspoon's worth, spread it on a tiny plate, cover and nuke it for 30 seconds. Take it out and see if any salt's needed. For me, it's perfect, so I'm gonna finish it by folding in 1 sprig of minced scallion green, about 10 grams. And now we can set the filling in the fridge to firm it up till we are ready to wrap. So now let's tackle our bao dough. Lao mian one first. Here we have 20 gram Lao mian Chinese sourdough. If you don't know what it is, remember to check out the video up here. Now dissolve it with 45 gram water, then add in 100 gram AP flour, stir into small bits like this. Form it into a rough ball, cover, then set it aside till it doubles in size. For us, it's 4 hours under a room temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. Once it's double in size, we need some alkaline for it. For a ratio of 0.6% to the weight of our dough, 165 gram. Just take 1 gram baking soda, dissolve it in 5 gram water, put it on the side, and then also add in 1 gram salt and 8 gram sugar to the dough. Now quickly fold in the salt and sugar so that's not everywhere. Then get some of that baking soda solution, smear it on the dough, and start the smearing and folding motion to knead everything in. Keep on adding the baking soda solution in bit by bit till you finish it. Sprinkle some flour on it if it's a bit sticky, then keep on kneading it till it turns smooth and white. Now shape your dough into a ball, then poke a hole at the center. Shape it into a donut, then break it up and divide it into 6 even pieces, about 30 grams each. And now we can roll out our wrappers. Dust the work surface if needed, as Lao mian dough tends to be softer. Then grab one piece, press it down into a disc with your palm, and grab one end of the rolling pin, roll it from inside out, using a bit more force on the edge to roll it thinner on the sides. Roll it into a 10 centimeter or 4-inch wide wrapper. Work through them. Now we can wrap our baozi. So take the filling out from the fridge. Give it a quick stir to make sure all the oil is evenly incorporated. Then take out about 20 grams filling, place it on the wrapper, then use your thumb and index finger to pinch it close while using your middle finger to hold the pleats in place. Twist it on your palm as you pleat, press the filling in if needed, and pinch it close at the end. Then place it in the steamer on top of a steaming mat or some cut-out parchment paper. Work through your baozi, then proof it over 30 degrees Celsius water for 1 to 1.5 hours. Or when you poke your bao, it slowly bounces back in 2 to 3 seconds, and that means your baozi is ready to steam. So over a pot of boiling water, steam it on high for 10 minutes and then heat off and let it rest for a minute or two. Take them out, and now your beautiful chili oil bao is done. Now, I know Chinese sourdough is not something that everybody has, so I also tested making this using yeast. They are equally tasty, and the bao dough is a little bit more chewier because the gluten is intact, unlike lao mian. And inside it's a bit soupier for the same reason. So to make it, measure out 100 gram AP flour, add in 1 gram yeast on one side plus 1 gram salt and 8 gram sugar on the other. Then slowly drizzle in 50 gram water to form small bits. If your flour needs more water, like King Arthur, you can up the water quantity to about 55 gram or even 57 gram. Now just press the dough together, then transfer to your work surface and start kneading. Same motion of pressing out and folding back to develop gluten. Keep on kneading until the dough is white, pretty, and smooth. Then shape it into a ball and cover to ferment till it doubles in size, about 1 to 1.5 hours, depends on your ambient temperature. After that time, come back, evenly portion out 5 pieces, about 31 to 35 gram, then grab one, press it down into a disc. Take 20 grams of sour chili oil pork filling, then again, use your index and thumb to pleat and pinch. Twist along the way with middle finger to hold the pleats in place, and pinch it close at the end. Then work through the baozi, put it over a little cut-out parchment paper if you don't own a steaming mat. Then cover and proof over 30 degrees Celsius water for 30 minutes. Then again, also steam on high for 10 and then rest for 2 afterwards. And now your delicious chili oil baozi is done. So in the seasoning for the filling, people in Sichuan often also like to use a little bit of their 甜面酱 sweet bean paste. They think that adds a little bit of 酱香 deeper flavor to the filling. So if you happen to have some on hand, you can also try to use it and see if you like it. I would suggest maybe start from a 1/4 teaspoon. And if you are using it though, remember to cut a little bit back on the soy sauce so that things don't get overly salty. So right, that's how you make chili oil baozi. As always, recipes in the description box. A big thank you for everyone that's supporting us on Patreon, and of course, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.